Hello, it's the 2nd of December 2013, and John Rule is here with me, Aubrey Shepherd, and we're looking at pictures from the alternative gift market that was at St. Paul's Episcopal Church. And there we had a Sierra Club booth. Cammie English is behind the Sierra sign, and that's Rob Leffler. And they set it up before I even got down there, a little after 9 o'clock on Sunday. And here's some of the folks that visited our booth. And you can see the Omni booth in the background there. They're touting Omni summer activities coming up and trying to get some youngsters lined up and adults too to work with that. And that lady was collecting material. Now, can you see a little puppy, a small dog with the best volunteer probably that the animal shelter has? And it's a cute little booger, but his face is kind of dark and light's coming from the back, and I didn't get a great picture of him. This little girl sure loved that.
Yeah, so I see.
Look at that. She was just holding on to him, and he was attentive to the other volunteer who was there. They just brought 2 dogs, and they were very quiet dogs, which was nice. See, somebody abandoned the meal there. Remains of the big meal they give you for $7 at the St. Paul's on Sundays. And during the week, some days they have meals for homeless people and others who are in need of food, and they're free, or you can go and donate and feel good about it if you do that. And those young girls are from overseas. Their mother's an English lady. You'll see her in another picture before all this is over, I think. St. Paul's Community Meals. It's worth going to, and I think it's Monday and Wednesday that they have the public meals that gathers homeless people that are walking from place to place every day somewhere different. Some of them catch the bus and try to get a good nourishing meal. Save the Buffalo River. That youngster was interested in the toy box. But that's right by the booth of the Save the Buffalo River group.
We need to do that.
And
Jenny.
you recognize, what's her name? Jenny Masula. Yeah. And her friend there, I'm not sure, but she's a big enthusiast for the Buffalo River Alliance. I think I've got the name right on this one. There's Rob Leffler.
Yep.
And Laura Kellums. She used to be a newspaper reporter, and then she married a radio reporter, and she's still doing active things to help people in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Christine Haller, maybe you should say Halleler, John. I don't know her very well, but she's a very pleasant, nice person there. And what do we see in the background? Recognize anybody? Okay, that's, let's see, I can't quite read what to call that, but we'll see them again, I think, here in a few minutes. Because I went around the building about 3 or 4 times over the period of 4 hours or so.
My goodness.
And got a lot of pictures. You'll be seeing. This is a tiny sample. Tutors for Tibetans.
I see.
All kinds of interesting things. There are those 2 little girls with their mother.
Right.
And that's... her mother's name is Sue, and that's Alan Alsner.
Don't know him.
And there's a lady, her name's Molly. You know a Molly?
No, not this one.
Pretty active in city activities like this, fundraisers and so forth. You recognize Mr. Jordan there?
Yeah, I sure do.
Bob Jordan, and he's talking to Alan. They've known one another for years, and he's been introduced to one of the workers with Alan. They've got a booth there for one of their overseas church activities. He's a member of that church.
I see. You
recognize those 2 young people from Omni events, and you see Robert and the lady we always see with him. They've become constant companions, it seems, over the last year or so. And do you know the name of that monk in the background here?
No, it isn't.
It's one we see at
up
Omni.
in Georgia. It's someone else, I think.
Well, you recognize those ladies. This couple I didn't know, but they stood and talked for a long time about native plants and
Mm-hmm.
the
Well, that's
city's
good. Lots
native.
of people can't talk about native plants.
Yeah, well, they were very interested in learning, and
That's right.
may get their yard certified as community
That's a good deal.
habitat. And you see
Looks like Hank back there.
Mr. Hank Kaminsky, and there are some folks standing next to him, and of course I'd like to get those close-ups on the women usually, and the better half they call them, and there's
Yeah.
Hank's better half, Joanne Kaminsky,
Mm-hmm.
and she had been doing a puppet show, and in this group of photos, there I am, and
There he
that's
is.
a lady who didn't want me to make her picture, and I said, well, make mine, and she did, and then I said, well, it didn't hurt me, so why can't I make your picture?
No.
Anyway, that's another story. Till next time, keep the water clean, the air pure, and the woods green. See ya. Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd and John Rule on the 2nd of December, 2013. Photos from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Okay, those ladies are promoting memberships to Feed Fayetteville, and that's one of the several groups working to help improve the situation for people who don't have enough nutritional backup. Habitat for Humanity, a bunch of things about what they do. You can donate $10 for a hammer and nails.
Yep.
Various categories
Sweat
of
equity.
donations.
Mhm.
Or go work. That's what they like, is people
Yeah,
who
sweat
will bring some
equity.
tools and come work to help build those houses. Humane Society of the Ozarks, helping animals since 1946. Those of us who might remember 1946 are getting old now. And anyway, Trails of Love, there's a little book they had out. Maya Angelou is coming soon to Fayetteville. And you can buy an Inmate, the 2 books we read in a class. This is all about stories from the inside out. And these are women's stories who've been in prison.
I think she was in Gould for a while as a child, a little plantation town on the highway to Pine Bluff.
That's right. And I've been there. Have you been there?
Yep.
Yep. We both been there. See, that means she's world famous because we know where she grew up. Yeah, it's not a very fancy house.
No.
I got some pictures.
Right.
And okay, we're missing comments on some of
Right.
these.
Sorry.
That's a couple that left that run the Tricycle Farm.
Oh yeah.
And they're big in the same thing as Feed Fayetteville. They're working to provide food and teach people how to garden and all sorts of good things. Got another picture of that man with that little boy, I think, over by one of the other booths, and it might be in here. Okay, those people were registering people in and giving them a sheet that had all the items that you could select from there as you went around. You could key on that and mark things you wanted to do and get it done. And basically, you didn't have to do anything but make a small donation to support those events. And it's,
I've been to one of them, and I would have been to this one if I had a chance.
yeah, I think you had a transportation problem on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I did.
I heard about that, yeah. Okay, these people are, there's Molly, and let's see. Okay, this lady, I never got her name, and she didn't have a name tag, so I bet some of her friends can tell us who she is, and tell her she's going to be on public TV and on the internet and so forth. And she had a great smile, of course. And Seven Hills Shelter over to your right, and something else in front of us. I still can't read that sign. I never got close enough, I guess.
No, it's too much reflection or something.
Yeah, sometimes I get right up on a sign, and then sometimes I don't. Let's see. Besides the tutors for Tibetans, I don't know. Okay, there are the little girls with their mother, Sue, and here's Margot Jackson. She was with the Ozark Literacy Council. And
A worthy cause.
there is Mr. Moore. He's also with the Ozark Literacy Council. He told me a lot of things about how they, what areas they work in with children and adults, people who are newly in the country, people who are students and have to learn the language. A lot of different ways they help. This man was very interested and picked up a sticker, and I said, well, just turn that around for me.
Mm.
So he's interested in protecting the natural state, and
Very good.
maybe already a Sierra member.
Grays.
Okay, Gary Gray and Adela Gray. Well, I joked about Gary. He's Adela's chauffeur because she's a member of the city council and pretty busy thinking about what's going to happen in a meeting, and
He has that
often-
beautiful little hybrid car.
Yes, it's one of the smallest you can get, and it's really efficient. And they're important citizens. And these folks, I think that lady's holding her little phone now, rather than writing on the paper she's got. But anyway, Rob Leffler at left, my left, and Rob Sharp. And they're both professors, or at least, well, I don't know, I'm not sure if Rob's teaching any of these days, but he is an architect with great success, and his dad owns the
Right.
land on Kessler Mountain, and
Right.
formerly the boat house. I'm sorry.
Or we had that
Formerly-
wonderful hike.
Yeah, hike way back in spring, was it?
Right. Well, early it was pretty warm.
Yeah, I guess right. Anyway, that young man there was looking, and Cammy English was showing him some things, and he wanted to sign up to volunteer. We always need more volunteers for Sierra Club, and all these other groups need volunteers.
Everything. Need them for nature.
Yeah. Till next time, this is Aubrey Shepherd and John Rule. Thanks for being here, John, and
Well, thanks for being here.
we'll see you again next week.
Yeah.